Well, on this episode, we're going to bust out a brand new portable fire pit with the Primus Kamoto and see how it operates right out of the box. And I give you my review on the new version of the movie Midway, and then we both give you our reviews on not only the Breakfast Club, which this is GT has never seen before, and on Knives Out. Well, folks, welcome back to another quarantine backyard campfire session. We're gonna have some fun today, busting out this brand new Komodo from Primus that I picked up. Got it on a discount on a recent sale. And we're going to replace our old fire pit. Let me just show you what we've been rocking here for a while. This is why I bought this Primus. We've had this for multiple years. We get a ton of use out of it, but we got tons of rust now starting to eat through. I mean, we paid like $25 on sale at Home Depot, I think. It's been a really good fire pit, but at this point, it's time for us to just upgrade. And I wanted something that I could collapse in the wintertime when we don't use it as much, put it in the shed, and then bust it out more in the summertime and on the edge months, like we're starting to do, so it'll just last longer. It's not in the elements all year round. So let's go ahead. Let me show you. We'll cut away, show you what the packaging says on it, and then we'll start putting this thing together. We'll just look at a few things here. Sturdy and convenient, made of corrosion-resistant stainless steel, powder-coated steel. Komodo is durable and easy to clean. Efficient combustion, designed with wind protection sides, panels, and air inlets in the bottom to feed fresh oxygen to the fire. And this portable fire pit for no trace campfire areas. So it has this basically this platform here to help fight against any issues or problems and leaving damage to the ground. So this says that we got grill grate included. Folds flat, sturdy construction, uses firewood or charcoal, and accommodates standard 16-inch logs. And then designed, I guess, for 1 to 10 people. It's going to weigh 15.4 pounds. And folded, it's 18.5 by 2.4 by 25.6. And then unfolded, standing, it's 18.5 by 15.7 by 21.5. So those are some of the basic features and dimensions. Now let's open this bad boy up. Okay, so here we go, folks. I'm rocking my Fox Knives Ziggy. That's what I'm EDCing today. Here we go. Here's a little seal. Let's see if I can break that.
Hey, what's that?
This is the grill grate. You want to show the camera that? Grab that. Show the camera. We got probably the directions. So we got a strap right here. Holds it all together. So we'll loosen that up.
I'll just lay it right down.
Okay.
I'll just lay it right there.
Sounds good, bud. So this looks like the floor of it, probably. There we go. These teeth right here hook in to these legs to catch it, to hold it nice and secure right there. This metal seems pretty flexible. This is more rigid, but that's got a little flex and give to it. So it looks like we got a little user manual. That's good. And we got the sides here. Okay, they got all the safety stuff, all that. Got it in a bunch of different languages. Let's see here. Remove grill rack. Let's see. So it doesn't look like it has any pictures. That would have been nice. I'm a picture kind of guy. I don't want to read. I want to see pictures, man. So I'm not seeing any pictures on how to put it together. Oh, here we go. Okay. So it's going to give you some simple directions on how to put it together here. So based off of the pictures, looks like, yep, we have these slits right here on either side. That holds this kind of center panel, so these just sit right there. Then, let's see. Oh, yep. Okay, so if you can show them right here. We got little slits to hold the side panels in place. There we go.
Dad, I'll do the other one.
Here, put that in right there, bud. Good job. Perfect. So my initial impression is pretty well built. On this side is pretty rigid. This is flexible right here. Oh, it just popped out. Okay. There we go. That's better. Okay. Hopefully heat will not warp that in any way. We'll find out. Okay, and then we got our grill piece that just sits right there. Like that. So you should be able to grill and cook on top of this and balance some soccer balls on top of it as well. But one of the reasons that I did purchase this is because we got little ones. I didn't want them falling in or, you know, throwing stuff in there that they shouldn't. So there are other fire pits on the market that are collapsible like this, but you either have to spend a lot extra to get some sort of cover and or grill. This comes standard with it, so that's a good positive. So with that, in a little bit here, we will throw some wood in here and get this thing going. So the Primus is set up, and I'm gonna bust out the Apache Dawn Rocky Mountain Tread Edition, 1/4 inch thick, 1095. It's got a short, you know, grind on it, like a lot of, you know, like field knives. But what I love and what Tops does really well is that relief edge. I mean, that thing is so good. So hopefully it'll feather stick well. We're gonna baton with it first. Ooh, yeah, look at that. Nice. Break down some kindling. There we go. Ooh, yeah, going right through a knot or something. Oh yeah, look at that. Let's see. So I'm not going to try and pound through that. That would be stupid. So it's important to know when to, like, not over-exert your knife. I mean, there's no reason just like beat on it like a, you know, animal. So that saber grind is working really well. I want to hear from you guys. Ooh, yeah, you beating on it? There you go.
I want to beat on it.
Here, you want to try here in a second?
Yeah.
Okay, you ready?
Wood.
Yeah, it's called batoning. Can you say batoning?
It's actually Campfire.
Hold on, don't hit it. Okay, go. It's called batoning.
It's actually karate chopping.
It's karate chopping. Hit it hard right there. Yep, hard. There you go. There you go.
Now that's the word I'm talking about.
That's right, bud. There we go. Go for it. Yeah, hit it hard. Nice. There you go. Wow, great job. Okay, do another one. All right. So now we know that this will split really well. Let's find out if we can do some shavings. Because of that relief edge, it should do really, really well. There you go. Nice. So do you guys prefer, another question here for you, do you prefer finger choils or not? Now, if you've been watching the channel for a while, you know bigger knives, so this would be like the start of where I prefer finger choils. Smaller knives, sub, I would say 4.5 inch, really, cutting edge. There's really no need for it. I don't really see the need for it, and I prefer not to have it. So that's kind of where I sit. Man, look at that thing. For a short saber grind at a 1/4 inch thick, I mean, that's doing really, really nicely. I'm really happy with that. And the choil and the Rocky Mountain Tread, and just the little scallops that they've done there, that's really good. That's what I want to see in my field knives, for sure. Look at that. That is awesome. Here we go.
What is it, Daddy?
More.
Here.
Thank you. All right. We got it going. Great size. I don't feel like it's too small in any way to be able to have a lot of
I have to get that little one.
wood in there to keep the fire going.
Mine is almost roasting.
It is. It's actually a really nice brown color. Oh, pull it up a little.
GT Jr.'s learning for the first time how to roast marshmallows. Before, he hasn't really liked it. You like roasting marshmallows now, pal?
Yeah.
That's cool, dude.
But remember, don't roast your camera, okay?
Don't roast the camera. Got it.
Hey, there's a little
Good
mark on it.
advice.
There's some little marks on it?
Yeah.
Nice. Is that enough, or are you going to do some more?
I can do some more.
Cool. All right, guys, so we're bouncing around a little bit throughout the days. I've used this now about 3, 4 times. And we're going to actually cook burgers on the grill here in just a second. See how it works. Just kind of showing you, this is all the leftover ash and water getting poured on it. You know, we're definitely getting some marks and some wear and tear. That's what we like to do around here. It's not do tabletop, but do actual real world use videos for you guys. So, GT Junior Mark II. So we're gonna do some bell peppers in this little tray here. It's pretty sweet. Throw that right there. Let that start cooking. And I'm just gonna do this right on the grill. Let's see how it works. See how it cleans. I would probably normally do aluminum foil, but I just want to see how it's going to hold up and how the cleaning process will be for us right there. Okay, so this stuff's getting smoked real quick. So, I mean, this is hot. This is really, really hot. So we'll see how these burgers hold up. We're gonna see how fast this goes too. It's 5:42. I just threw it on about 2 minutes ago. I mean, the veggies are like cooking so fast. All right, it's been like 3 minutes. So they've been on probably a total of 5. I mean, these are done. The veggies are done. So that's awesome how fast those cook. Oh yeah, look at that. Wow. Good times in the backyard. I'm so glad I have a backyard. I feel for you guys in apartments and stuff, but man, little guys screaming everywhere, hungry, trying to cook, trying to make a video. All at the same time. So I am armpitting this while I do this. So guys, it's working for sure. Toasting the buns. There. I mean, I can definitely get probably about 9 by 9. I mean, you'll have to move them around a little bit, but I mean, this is done. These are done. I mean, there's almost no grease or anything on that. Bring in the time. What time is it? What does it say?
5:52.
52. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. And we're done. Heck yeah. There it is. Delish. So I just wanted to show you guys, I mean, this has been cooking for over an hour now. The way that they've designed this, you can easily grab these down here, lift that whole bad boy up. It's not hot. But I would have leather gloves when you are setting this up and tearing it down. It'll just help make the process faster if there is a little bit of heat. Alright guys, so here we are, kind of bouncing around throughout this video, but I figured I'd kind of put some evenings together because we're doing like a lot of fires right now. So we're just going to rate some movies and give you some movie suggestions, and I want to hear from you guys in the comments below as well if you have some ideas for shows or movies that you think that we would enjoy. Would love to hear that. Looking for different ways to be entertained right now for sure. So what we're going to do is we're just going to share 3 different movies, and out of 5 stars how we rate them and why. So the first one we're going to do is The Breakfast Club. Now Ash, you've never seen that movie. I've seen it once or twice. I think it's an iconic classic 80s movie, coming of age movie. Definitely like not for the kids around. It's definitely got some harsh overtones and language and different things like that. But what's your feeling on the movie, and what is your rating out of 5 stars?
I thought it was entertaining. I'm glad I saw it because I know it's one of those iconic movies, and I'd give it a 3 out of 5. I thought it kept my attention. It was very intense and just kind of like I felt like a teenager in the room with them in detention, and funny but not like laugh out loud funny. So it was a good movie to watch once probably.
Yeah, and I think it's a good, like, I mean, in what teenagers go through now is even like way more intense in some ways,
Oh,
but
yeah.
it does give you a good perspective on like what teenagers go through, and sometimes you kind of forget. I mean, we're in our 30s, and it's like, oh yeah, we dealt with a lot of that same stuff, if not even more so, and now kids today, you know, so it gives you some sympathy, for kids. And like you said, I think you're like right in the thick of it, kind of. But again, it's like super iconic. So I'm actually going to give it a 4 out of 5, just because I love the '80s, and it's just so iconic for like what the '80s were, the style, the topics touched on, like all that stuff. So that's the first one. Then we're going to move on. I want to hear you guys if you guys like those movies that we're going through. So the next one I only saw, Mrs. GT went to bed, but I watched recently, was the new Midway. Now there's an old Midway that's really good, but it's like a 3.5, almost 4 hour movie. But I think almost all of the action in that is live shot, is like from World War II in the original. So this is kind of a remake on the Battle of Midway, leading up to Midway, one of the really the turning point of the Pacific War, in World War II, and I really liked it. I wouldn't put it on like maybe my top like 3 or 4 war movies. It's well acted. I didn't feel super connected to any of the actors though, as I would with certain other movies. You know, if you watch like Saving Private Ryan, or even like maybe Enemy at the Gates, you know, just different movies, whatever it would be, so, Lone Survivor or whatever. So I think that it is well done. I think it's pretty historically accurate. And the action is really well done, particularly in the dive bomb scenes when they're actually bombing the ships and stuff. I mean, it's just so intense. I mean, I'm sure it was at least that intense, if not more so, going straight down onto aircraft carriers and ships and getting, you know, thousands of rounds shot up at you. So I think it's definitely worth watching. I'd give it like a solid 3.5 out of 5 stars for that one. But if you like World War II movies, you know, if you like the Pacific Theater, particularly well acted, you know, remind you of the greatness of America, and you know, just all that's just really good. So the final one that I want to hit on is Knives Out. Now, if you've been living on a rock and you have not seen Knives Out yet, it's really really good, right? I mean, I'm giving it 5 stars. Is that what you're giving it?
Yeah.
5 stars. So what made you really like this movie?
I just really liked the characters. It has a full, really good cast of people, and the plot's really good. The whole time you're trying to figure out, it's a who done it type of story.
Mystery, murder mystery kind of thing.
Yeah, and just the ridiculousness of the family is pretty funny. How they're this rich family and they all have problems, and I'm sure I can't totally relate to that because we don't have tons of money like that, but it's pretty funny to watch how some people might live, and just good acting.
Yeah. No, I totally agree with you. And like one of my favorite things is seeing Daniel Craig, who is definitely in my mind like James Bond. You know, smooth criminal, not criminal, but you know what I mean, like just smooth, suave, like world class, you know, spy assassin. And then you see him as this like detective with a Kentucky like Longhorn Foghorn, you know. Well, I do declare, you know, like kind of thing. And he pulls it off, and it's pretty good. So, yeah, well worth owning, in my opinion, is Knives Out. A very, very good movie. So, that's our little review of these movies. And, guys, really enjoying being with you, doing these campfire quarantine hangouts. I think it's fun. I hope it's being enjoyable for you guys, and you guys are enjoying it. On the Primus, we've now been using it a bunch. You've seen it's probably been gone through like 5 or 6 fires now, holding up well for it. I'm not seeing any issues. I'm glad that we got it, you know, and like the collapsibility, it snowed, and being able to put it away, and just all that stuff is really good. So at some point I'll do like a long-term review down the line, but if you're thinking about it, I think it's worth investing if portability is something that you need and are looking for with that. So love you guys. Always remember, stay equipped.
Stay prepared.
We'll see you out there.